Loads to do today, so we're just getting straight to it. We've now established more of a foothold on the industry side of heaven. So far we only have the mine constructed, which is pretty much cemented in place. There ain't no way in removing these tendrils of mine shafts now, but in front of the mine, we're going to create a new machia. A super machia, if you will, the biggest we've made so far, comprising of a housing triplex, Fletcher, builder, mechanic, and another triplex. This is a project which I'm very interested in seeing the final form of. This will also be the fourth builder for heaven, mainly for industry construction, and also the first Fletcher build for the colony, which research we've already unlocked. The mechanic will eventually be constructed within the Machia 2 after we construct and upgrade the blacksmith. The blacksmith will yet be another new building for heaven, which I'm not all too sure about its placement here for now. At the side of the build, we have the small river running through it. It is meant to be more decorative than functional, but I have noticed that quite a few of the industry builds have similar water themes in them as well. Eventually, I'd like to tie all the builds with this water design together by creating more rivers and ponds around the place, to give the illusion these builds are all powered by the movement produced by one flowing river. Think that could look quite nice if done right. I'm picturing a small pond beside a sawmill with a bridge over it, leading you out to the forester's hut. But that's all mainly terraforming, which we'll leave till another day. And the blacksmith may need to be replaced elsewhere to fit that narrative if it does come to it. But for now, we'll just simply construct it here. So today, on the industry side of things, we'll get the super machia constructed, as well as the blacksmith, and we'll start upgrading it as well. We'll also re-establish the forester's hut just outside of the civic walls, although I think it's been set to be upgraded to level 3 rather than just being placed back in at level 2. But we need that back up in operation anyway, to handle all of our wood stripping needs. I did also place down the smeltery build, which we see here. If we have the time, we'll start the construction of it as well. Maybe the new industry builder could do that for us actually. Now to the opposite side of heaven, we have the farming agricultural district. I want to rip down the 2 temporary farms we set up inside the civic district and move them out here to a more permanent position. Deconstructing will take some time actually, so let's set the work order for that just now. I've also placed a further 2 farms out here already, plus 2 small houses for them. We'll get all of these built and upgraded. I think initially we're going to have 5 farms scattered around. At level 3 each, that's going to be 15 fields and therefore 15 crops that they can grow for the colony. We only require 6 different crops to be grown currently to supply the restaurant, but the farmers are still quite slow and their crop yield is pretty low. So we'll double up the crop fields that the farmers will use. We'll have 2 fields dedicated to growing mint, 2 fields for garlic, 2 for onions, 2 for tomatoes, you get the idea. That will be 12 of the 15 fields then used for the 6 crop types that we need. 2 of those fields will be used to grow bell peppers for hell actually. I still need to work out how to get those peppers down to hell, but that's a future me issue to solve. The final 3 fields we'll have will be for some mystical agriculture crops. Ideally, I'd love to grow nature essence in them for an easy supply of carrots and potatoes. Also would like to grow animal essence in them too, to deal with all of the meat requirements for the restaurant, until we get the animal husbandry builds up anyway. But this is something we'll play around with, see what works and what clearly doesn't. That's the main plan to start things off in the agricultural side of the colony. Loads of farms and fields basically. I also seen this wall tower decoration I liked and had Promise come out and build for us. It's attached to the main wall around the civic district and I'm pretty sure that we have to come in and upgrade the guard tower inside it. There's yet another thing to do. The sawmill is once again out of recipe slots. I have set Brooks the job of upgrading the unit to level 3, which will grant us access to level 3 researches, including the cheat sheet research, to give us more recipe slots. Unfortunately, Brooks requires these moss block materials for the upgrade, which I think can only be made by a Fletcher. I'm kinda banking on that it is the Fletcher and not the mechanic, as we are much more likely to get the Fletcher up today than we are the mechanic certainly. We'll get the Fletcher built anyway and check if they can, but worst comes to it, I'll just make them up those blocks. Although it will be nice to have a Fletcher make all of these leather items up for us anyway. Something else automated. Well, that is definitely enough explaining from me. Let's see what these idiots are getting up to. Promise is creating some new fields for us over in the agricultural area. We are going to require these dirt stairs, which eventually will be made by the mechanic. But for now, I will need to make them up, and I really can't be arsed. So what we're going to do instead is just simply cancel that for now, and I'm going to cancel the blacksmith hut so that she picks up the builder's house within the matcha, and we'll get that new builder up immediately. Anna is working on re-establishing the forester's hut, but she's going to be upgrading this one to level 3, and I do see some wooden items here on the open request list. Oh, including another forester's hut. I mean, those recipes could be taught to the sawmill here, but we are absolutely full on recipes already. Tell you what, actually, let's just remove a few of these just now and see if we can even teach 1 or 2. We'll get them all retaught later down the line. As for the forester's hut, I do have a spare one, so we'll just stick that into the warehouse. I really don't want to hold back Brooks from upgrading the uni, so what we'll do is just find some moss blocks and I will make him up all of those architect cutter ones. It's not as if he needs lots of them anyway, so that's easy enough for me to do. Even though we literally cancelled the work order for the field decoration, Promise still seems to be hell-bent on doing it here, I think. Not really sure what that resource scroll is all about there, but that's fine. We'll just simply make her up the dirt stairs just to satisfy her, and then she should go over and make that new builder's house. There's no construction tape around this project either, yet she is still continuing on with it. I mean, that is dedication. Also, insubordination. That's not what I told her to do. Brooks looks to be doing an alright job then with the university. We're about a quarter way done so far. Oh yes, this is all new here. A new little promenade. Quite nice looking that actually. You've not interfered with my walls, have you? Not by the looks of it. Good work then, Brooks. I will just let you continue building away here. Very interested to see where those new moss blocks are going to be installed at. Anna is 1/5 of the way done with the new soon-to-be dual forester's hut. Yeah, there's the second one in already. Double the chopping power, double the stripping power. Still quite a lot of blocks to be made up for her here actually. Yeah, quite a lot indeed. And we do have other things that I would like to get on with. As long as we can establish that new 4th builder, that then gives us more building power for the colony. So what we might do is just cancel that just now, and one of these 4 houses here will be for the builder, I think, or the Fletcher. So if she picks that up instead of the forester, we can start getting that builder established over there. Then we can go back to the forester's hut. Or she too, like Promise, can pretty much just ignore that command and just continue building away with the forester's hut. Yeah. I'm really trying my hardest here, guys. Don't give me an excuse. I'm still not entirely convinced as to what Promise is doing, but she nearly has the field constructed here, yet is still saying that she's building the residence at the moment. Well, there goes the scarecrows back down, which is good. We can interact with them, yes we can. So nothing about those are broke yet. This is quite an interesting build that you're doing then, Promise. Technically not a work order at all. Really confusingly as well, it's still suggesting that she's got a lot more birch fences and stripped acacia wood walls to place in. This looks pretty complete to me, so I'm not quite sure what she's doing overall. Oh well, there's the house now built. Excellent. I wonder if she'll go pick up that field next. She has actually. What the well, she was still hell-bent on making up that field there, so I had to cancel the decoration outright. We'll need to place that down again. And now she is deconstructing the farm, I think? No, she's upgrading a residence to level 2. Is that one of the residences in here? Yes it is, and it's to be removed, not to be upgraded. Oh, I'm starting to get a headache. Anna at least has stopped upgrading the forester's hut and has come out here to build one of these new houses for the Machia. I don't know what the this is either. I've never seen them build top down from the roof to the foundations. She is 100% supplied miraculously and does at least seem to have the intent of coming out here to continue building away. Just out of curiosity though, Anna, why are we starting with the roof? Why are we not clearing out the grass here first? Not really gonna complain all that much. These aren't my own decorations, so it's not as if I screwed something up. This is a proper Shogun style schematic that we're doing here, so I'm really quite confused as to why we're doing this backwards. Promise, stop upgrading a house I told you not to, or didn't even tell you to do that at all. You've taken it upon yourself to do it. Started work on the farm/courier's hut. Removing the farm and courier's hut. Okay, that's the other one we set to remove. Nope. I mean, we do need to do that, but I'll maybe get Brooks doing that. I really want this fourth builder up. I finished deconstructing the build for the farm/residence. Well, thank you for again doing something I told you specifically not to. That's the courier's hut here apparently, which, oh, I thought we could maybe pick that up. No, we shouldn't be able to pick that up until the entire build is deconstructed. And Dana has finished that house already. I doubt that. Oh, you know what, actually? Yeah, that's looking not too bad. I think we can maybe call this modern architecture. Yeah, that'll do. Right, promise I really have told you to start upgrading or building this house here. Why do you keep stop doing it? And she's deconstructed something else over there. Alright, well, clearly something's not quite right here. Think I'm gonna take a short break, maybe go walk the dogs, and maybe revert to an earlier version of Mine Colonies. Think there might be a few intended features in this one. The super matcha is now finished. Well, questionably finished. They built the builder's house to level 2 rather than level 1. Not that I'm gonna complain or even question anything at this point, just means we can get a new builder in and upgrade this immediately. Presley is the new builder. Alright then, Presley, yeah, you just walk away. Why don't you get your arse straight back here and actually upgrade this to a level 1, then we'll upgrade it to level 2 afterwards. What we'll do is we will get Presley then upgrading or constructing the Fletcher's hut right beside her. Sure, that's going to take a while to do as well, because we have a shit ton of requests that we need to teach. Still hoping we can teach the Fletcher these leaf related blocks. We are also going to need to get Brooks the Combat Academy as well as school build for the university upgrade. Those will be simple enough. The Combat Academy will be an interesting one to get up. Presley, why have you not finished this already? She's just awaiting in on one furnace, which I think one of the couriers might be coming over to deliver as we speak. Right, that's a lot better than Presley. Thank you very much. Now go pick up the Fletcher's hut. Excellent. And again, that was really nice and quick. That's her got everything in. Thank you very much, Gemma. Oh, and look how lazy you're being, constructing all of this from next door. Well, that's pretty much the Fletcher now up here as well. So what we'll do is we'll get a worker into this immediately. Peyton, that's going to be you. And outstanding, we can teach these leaf blocks here to the Fletcher. Not sure how we're going to get our hands on those leaves unless we just magic them out. We'll maybe wait and see on that process. And also Presley, just to keep you busy, why don't we upgrade? Nope, we can't upgrade that to level 2. Why don't you come and upgrade the house behind it to level 2? Then we can do the Fletcher. So Promise kept ignoring orders and basically just did what she wanted. So we now have the 2 new fields up, as well as the farms deconstructed-ish. Which we did need done, to be fair, so I'm not all that mad. But what we'll now do is come in and actually pick up these new farm blocks, or he'll pick them up, and we'll see about getting them placed in just beside the other farms out here actually. What we're going to do first of all is just make up a few more house blocks. So that's going to look something like this, where we'll have the farms in, followed by some housing, and then the fields behind them. Pretty much the same story with this other side, and we'll maybe extend a bit further out for the 5th farm eventually. But that's loads to do here already, so we'll let the builders finish off whatever they're doing, and then they can come out and build them. them. 57 open requests, all mainly for leather, so I'll need to go make up some leather for the Fletcher. It's a good job we grow so much of it. Promise is finally constructing the blacksmith's hut and is just awaiting in a few campfires to finish it off. That was quite a quick upgrade actually, and indeed I do see that ahead. Thanks, horse. Yeah, she's done that really quick here actually. Brilliant. Brooks should have in the combat academy and the school build now for this upgrade. Yes, getting deliveries in of them. So he should start requesting some other items then for the uni, and we'll eventually get that up. Anna is back constructing the forester's hut to level 3, and we're over 50% done with it so far. We were held up by the lack of these azalea and other type of leaf blocks, which the Fletcher does seem to have made for them without us having to actually go get the leaves, so that's rather handy. This is rather idiotic. It's a good job Blue's not here, Anna. Get your arse into gear and actually construct. Pretty sure that's the Fletcher there. I could be wrong. Well, there's no one in the hut, so it probably is. Right, Paisley, or Presley, what are we doing? We're upgrading our own builder's hut here to level 2, just requesting in 2 more racks. That's absolutely fine, we'll let the colony handle that for you, and then afterwards you will get out here and upgrade the Fletcher's hut. Okay, well, so far, so much better. The colony at least seems to be behaving now. Lawrence over at the hospital is requesting in some carrots. Pretty sure that's a recipe that we can teach to a cookery, and I know the exact one that we're going to teach that to. Yeah, maybe we'll get you just converting essence into usable items instead. So let's remove all forms of meals here then. We can leave that up to the other idiot. And instead we'll teach you the recipes for the likes of carrots and potatoes. Why not? That's usually how we cure the flu. Presley is now a level 2 builder, and I believe that she should be upgrading the house beside her to level 2. Indeed she is. She's getting in deliveries of pretty much everything. The level 3 upgrade to the uni is coming along pretty nicely here as well. There's some more of these leaf blocks going in. Cherry leaf slabs. Yeah, Brooks, you are doing a very good job in here actually. Holy crap, a lot has changed. Well, a lot has changed, and yet nothing has changed. That's Promise just finished off with the blacksmith. Let's get you upgrading that to level 2 next, then eventually to level 3. And that is definitely not a death pit waiting to happen right in the centre there. Well, at least it can cool off. The forester's hut is now 70% complete. I really get the feeling that this would be complete by now if Anna wasn't continuously stuck jumping on leaves. And our very first blacksmith recipe. Happy days, our metal automation is coming together. Presley pretty much has everything she needs then to upgrade the house behind this to level 2, then eventually we'll be able to upgrade the Fletcher itself to level 2. I think what we'll do is maybe then just get Presley upgrading the rest of the Machia here to level 2 as well, and eventually we'll get Promise or one of the other 2 builders coming out to upgrade her house to level 3. Then we can upgrade her own builder's hut to level 3. And then she'll be able to do all of the level 3 upgrades around the industry district. Well, maybe with exception of this house here, I think we'll maybe just keep this looking exactly as it is. So magnificent. And that's the forester's hut, now finally level 3. She certainly took her sweet ass time about it. Well, the industry side of the colony is really starting to come together. The agricultural side, not so much, but I'm enjoying this. It's really nice seeing things come together, even if they are f***ing up parts of it. So we'll continue this heavenly expansion next time, and we'll get the farming side of the colony sorted out a bit more.